Question. The member from Barrie.
Speaker, my question today is to the Premier. Premier, yesterday I asked why you were defending 200% completion bonuses for the already grossly overpaid TO 2015 executives. You continued to rationalize wasting $7 million for people to simply show up for work and said, and I quote, "The compensation packages are based on the officials who hosted successful events like the Vancouver 2010 Olympics." That's perfect, Premier, and I'm going to hold you to that and insist that you follow suit, because the government of BC actually cancelled millions in bonuses for its employees working on the Olympics. So, Premier, will you shut down these inappropriate taxpayer-funded bonuses?
Of course not. Of course. Premier.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And I have said that the board negotiated these compensation packages. It's part of it. If you look at the comparators with other games, Mr. Speaker, they're consistent with those. But, Mr. Speaker, I just want to say this morning the minister and I had the opportunity to open and welcome the Paso AGM, Mr. Speaker. People from 41 countries who are here to be welcomed by Ontario, and the wonderful progress that we're making on the Pan Am Capital, Mr. Speaker, Pan Capital, the venues, Mr. Speaker. What is confusing to me, and in fact embarrassing, Mr. Speaker, is that the party opposite is not going to take part in the reception, Mr. Speaker, that they are not welcoming the people from these 41 countries to Ontario. I hope, Mr. Speaker, that they will reconsider, that both parties will reconsider. They'll join us, because I would like to say that the whole legislature welcomes the Pan folks.
Stop the clock. Be seated, please. Be seated, please. Supplementary?
I don't think I heard an answer. I didn't hear an answer.
Speaker, indeed, they are all welcome, but not at any cost, Premier. Speaker, we're just at the tip of the iceberg with the Pan Am expensing, partying, and bonuses, and nobody is fixing it. No one. The Premier, the Finance Minister, the Minister of the Pan Am Games are all scapegoat the appointed TO 2015 buffer board when things go south. We see this with e-health, we saw it with Orange, we saw it with the gas plants. You need to take accountability, Premier. And tonight you have the gall to celebrate the day after the Auditor General report on Oakville some $1.1 billion in waste that could have actually financed these very games. Tonight's party will run another $500,000.
The Minister of the Environment is warned. Carry on.
Thank you, Speaker. Tonight's party will run another $500,000 for a good time, or up to $1,000 per guest. Speaker, does the Premier have no shame?
Question.
Will the Premier release all the budgets and total costs for Pan Am partying?
Thank you. Premier.
Again, Mr. Speaker, I have said that the minister has spoken to the board. We are reining in the expenses, Mr. Speaker. We're making it very clear that the judicious use of public dollars has to be the norm at the Pan Am Games. But, Mr. Speaker, part of the condition of getting the Games was hosting this reception, was hosting the people from these 41 countries here in Ontario. The Pan Am Games, Mr. Speaker, for me, and I said this to the Paso AGM this morning, it's about all the young people in those 41 countries right now who are training, they're swimming, they're stretching, they're jumping, they're running. It's got to do with why we went into this bid, Mr. Speaker, why we wanted to bring the Pan Am Games here, and part of that is hosting the people who are involved in all the 41 countries, bringing them here and introducing them to Ontario.
Thank you. Your question? Leader of the third party.
Thank you, Speaker. My question's for the Premier. Yesterday we learned